two lanes, and we can get people that are unhappy and we can get people that are unhealthy, and we can kind of bring
those two often go hand in hand.
Definitely.
And so it's great to be doing it in the community that we live in.
Yeah, and that's our goal, is to change Grant Park, get a happy, healthier, and harder to kill community. Hey guys, welcome to Coach's Corner. It's February. I'm here with Coach Chris, and it's the first time he's been on Coach's Corner, and this month he's taken on a bit more of a bigger role in the gym. He's going to be taking on more classes, and he's kind of going to be taking a little bit less of a role at his full-time job, which was nursing. So he's going to be splitting the difference. So welcome to Coach's Corner. Welcome to taking on a bigger role at the gym. Congratulations.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
I know you went through the internship program. We went through the advanced theory course, which we're just finishing up another one of them now. Then the internship program, and then now you're building up to hopefully sometime become a full-time CrossFit coach. And
that's the goal.
So talk to us about why you've decided to take a different career path, or you're just playing with the idea of a little bit less of a role in nursing now.
Yeah. From an early time in my nursing career and even studying for nursing, what really piqued my interest was helping people be healthy, trying to prevent disease. And right when I started nursing, even when I was doing clinicals for nursing school, I realized how much of our population and how many people in our hospitals are there because of preventable diseases and how much that affects their quality of life. So what really appeals to me about CrossFit is that I get to be on the other side of, instead of treating illnesses that could have been prevented and dealing with people's quality of life after, CrossFit tries to prevent those diseases, tries to educate people about how to prevent those diseases, and really keeps people's quality of life a lot higher.
So I know that's a big focus for CrossFit now. They've seen that, I think they say something like 70% of chronic disease could be preventable, right?
Yep.
So that 30% is accidents, like you might get run over by a car or some kind of thing that you can't avoid.
Right.
But if you can avoid chronic disease such as diabetes, and then what kind of other things are you seeing? That
high blood pressure, heart failure, and all those, hyperlipidemia, too much fat, cholesterol, all those things lead to heart attacks, strokes, the big life-changing things, also the things that are some of the highest incidences of death.
And I know we talk a lot about, I see you come in you've been working 3-4 days in the hospitals, and you come in kind of frustrated from what you've seen, because you've seen people that are not even very old suffering with these chronic diseases, which if they would have made just one or two choices differently, such as working out and eating a little bit different, they might not be in that position now.
Right, and it's not necessarily those people's fault that they find themselves in that position. If somebody was there to tell them, live this lifestyle and you'll have a better quality of life, or don't do these things and you'll live a better quality of life, or these are the consequences if you do these things. That's the role that CrossFit sees itself in, and it was a big paradigm shift for me to go from the medical side of things or the nursing side of things, and then see CrossFit trying to fill a very similar role and seeing itself as part of the healthcare, umbrella
model. It's trying to sneak its way in to say, listen, we can save these people from even ending up in your system by buffering them and protecting them. Because I remember before I started CrossFit 5 years ago, I would take a Gatorade to the gym every day, the biggest one I could find, and then before the gym I was eating all kinds of carbs because I thought I had to load up on energy. Then after the gym I'd do the same thing, and if I ate wheat bread, I thought I was having a healthy day, And now we're doing this nutrition challenge, and people are seeing the other side of that, where you can make better choices, and not necessarily the healthy choices that you're being told by the general media are being portrayed as, you can eat an healthy lifestyle by cutting out fat, and then we're doing a challenge where we're not worried about how much fat you're eating, and then we're making sure you work out because you're using fat as energy source. So it's just like being able to see that people are being misled a little bit into what is a healthy lifestyle and things like that. So
and people's understanding of what constitutes a good diet has changed over time too.
Yeah. So it's great because I come from helping athletes. My thing is more psychological, right? I want them to have the best workout of their life. I want this to be the best hour of the day. And now it's great to have you coming in from kind of a medical side of, well, we can prevent disease. So and the mind and body are so connected. You know, like if you don't work out, you don't feel as good. But if you don't work out also, you might lead to some kind of chronic disease down the line. So it's great that we're kind of almost filling them two lanes, and we can get people that are unhappy and we can get people that are unhealthy. Yeah. And we can kind of bring
those two often go hand in hand.
Definitely.
And so it's great to be doing it in, the community that we live in.
Yeah, and that's our goal, is to change Grant Park, get a happy, healthier, and harder to kill community and keep it going. So welcome, and that leads us into the next thing. So Chris is coming on a little bit more. If you're looking for a personal trainer, he'll be available 3 days a week, and that's going to build up as he gets more clients and as our gym keeps growing. So if you know anybody that needs someone who's coming from the medical side of things, so they might be severely overweight, they might be suffering with a chronic disease right now, Chris is the knowledge and the education level. How long have you been nursing now?
About 5 years.
About 5 years nursing. Went through what kind of education is that?
First, I had a bachelor's degree in another field, Spanish, and then I went back for an associate's degree in nursing, and just last year got my bachelor's degree in nursing.
So if you're looking for somebody fluent in Spanish who can also train, Chris is your guy. So yeah, he's available 3 days a week, and so if you're looking for a personal trainer coming from that side of things, where you might be suffering with something that is a little bit above a normal personal trainer's pay grade, like Chris is there to really fill that gap and let you know, we might be able to get you off some of the medications down the line. So right now his passion is rowing too, so we're just going through the Atlanta Rogue Sprints are coming February 10th, and we got, how many people are in it right now? 10. About 8 to 10 people signed up now. This is part of the OxFit Challenge. So sign up now. You're gonna get one step towards that bronze, silver, or gold in the OxFit Challenge too. So just let us know. You don't have to do the training because there's events that don't require a
They have a 2K event, which kind of does require a little training. Yeah. But here at CrossFit, we train for 1,000 meter or even 500 meters all the time, and our training, even if we're not on the rowing machine all the time, our training lends itself to those distances anyway. So
sign up. Yeah. Just sign up. Come and join the team. Hang out with us at Georgia Tech on Saturday.
Yeah. And they
do a quick sprint 500.
They have a relay, which is four people on a team, 2 men, 2 women.
So that'll
you can do anywhere from 250 to 500 meters on there. And it's a lot of fun to get in the team atmosphere and see what people in the rowing community are doing as well. Yeah.
So January programming, we built on some basics. We were doing a lot of strict pull-ups, a lot of strict push-ups, trying to make sure people's form was down on both of them to really protect this upper body and get stronger. And then we basically went back to the fundamentals on the squat. We were box squatting, keeping it really light and working on form. So this next month we're going to build on that. We're going to get rid of the boxes and see if we can still keep that form. And then because the CrossFit Open's coming up at the end of the month, February 22nd it starts and it goes through March, we're going to kind of get a bit more comfortable with the Olympic lifts this month. So we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning, a lot of jerking overhead, and then a lot of snatching. Just lightweight, but just making sure that if that comes up, that we're comfortable with their movements and we're not having to teach it before. We don't do a lot of that in our OxFit program. We do a lot of that if you're interested in personal training, because they're really complex movements, and I think having that one-on-one or small group structure is much better than throwing them into a class, So really building on that, and then we're really going to be hitting a lot of these short, sharp, fast, lung-burning metcons to prepare for what's coming up as we go through the summer and as we go into this year. So building on the squat, building on that pull-up, push-up technique. We're going to get a bit more kipping this month, get that back in, just getting used to, flying through these workouts a little bit and scaling correctly. This month we saw a lot of people scaling a lot better, so that I had a conversation with someone where they said, I feel like I'm not getting better, so I try and scale up. And what I would suggest is that you scale down to get faster, right? So go heavier in the workouts, try and increase that intensity in the lifting portion. So try and get a little bit stronger in the lifting, try and do more skill work when we're doing like the pull-ups, the kipping pull-ups. But then when we get into the Metcons, I would say your goal should be to be the top of the leaderboard with your scale, right? So if you're not, if the goal of the workout when we set it up is we say 6 rounds and you hit 3, you've missed out on 3 rounds of work. Yeah. So you should try and hit 7. So look at the people that are doing RX regularly, look at the people who maybe RX plus regularly, and make sure you're beating them with your scale, whatever that is.
Right.
So that would be good feedback, I would say, for the month.
Yeah. The Metcon is for building fitness.
Yep.
And especially in these last 2 weeks, we've set up a class structure where we have that skill session in the beginning, and that's where you work on getting to that next level.
Yep. And then outside of class too, like if you need pull-ups, then you can work on your technique. But during a Metcon is not the time to focus on that technique, right? So that's what we need to make sure we're doing this month. And that really builds on what we had yesterday when we had Dr. Steve Hatfield in here, and he's a member, he comes to the 9 a.m. class. He was talking about, I can't remember the way he said it, but it basically fit with the CrossFit model of you got to get your mechanics down first, then you got to get the consistency of that movement, then you add intensity. And intensity is the load or how hard you're going, right? So make sure that you get that mechanics first, then consistency, so you're moving right. Don't add load to a system that's broken, right? So if you can't squat fully, we got to fix that squat. Maybe you're doing air squats in the Metcon before we add a load. So really focus on getting as many rounds as possible in these Metcons. For this month, try not to worry about load. We've got the whole year to build on top of that load when we build up to like CrossFit competitions or any kind of, you might be doing a powerlifting competition, something fun like that. So the goal this year is to build a great baseline so that we can stay healthy throughout the year, train every day. And I think we've got a great month coming up. So sign up for the sprints. Chris is going to be there. He's your guy. Chris is going to be in the gym a lot more. If you're looking for a personal trainer, Chris is available. And then we have the February program. We're going to be doing a lot of, the lungs are going to be burning this month. So enjoy it. Welcome, Chris. Awesome. Coach's Corner in February. Let's crush it. Good?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. It flowed.
Yeah. 12 minutes. Wow.